Okay. We'll probably be starting up here soon. Hopefully Rob isn't too long. But so remember what I said last time, where we'll be probably rolling an encounter check every 10 minutes or when you make a lot of noise. Um, and I will try to like vaguely draw the shapes of rooms to try to help you keep track in your head of like where you're at, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be like a map or anything, because the structure of the maze isn't exactly natural, so that like one room you might like walk down a ramp to get into and also walk back down a ramp to go back to the way you came in weird ways like that. So like in character making a map is not really um, easy or feasible. So I'll do what I can with kind of drawing the vague shapes of room to help like you guys as players have an idea of what's going on, but in character you might have less of an idea.
Okay.
Um, so you guys wake up over the night.
Well, real quick, out of character. So like, what happens if we do hypothetically get separated for some reason, or one of us gets ahead?
Um, it should probably be okay. Because you can always just like sprint back the way you came usually. And you'll know what the dangers would be sprinting back the way you came because you came that way. But I probably would not recommend like scouting ahead more than one room. Like peeking, because not all of the rooms have doors, so you can like they're just like archways. You can just kind of peek in the next room and see like if there's a dude standing there or if there's weird stuff going on. That might take a bit of time on my part because I have to flip through different pages, but that's something that you can do.
All right, cool, thanks.
We'll move you guys back here.
How long do you think it will take for me to teach the others, what is the name of that language? Druidic, so that I can mark the way. So maybe if we separate, we can meet each other.
Hmm. Um,
Welcome back.
maybe a
Oops.
couple hours every once in a while. Um,
But it will take a couple of days.
yeah, like for like short symbols for like we went left or we went straight. You wouldn't even have to use a language if you didn't want to. You could invent your own like symbols. But and you can also just like keep track of them, so you can like in character like have a pencil or paper and write this symbol means this, and this symbol means this, and just hand everyone a piece of paper in character.
Just so you know, Bagar, Druidic is a very secret language, and most Druids are like super dead against teaching other people uh, how to teach how to speak Druidic.
Yeah, but it will be like this way or uh, come back through this door, stuff like that. Simple
No,
stuff.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd
I'm
also
not
like
gonna
to point
teach you
out
how
that
to
we
speak completely in Druidic, but yeah, something similar, like so we don't get lost. So if
Yeah,
somebody's like, maybe we can find each other just in case.
it'll just be some. I think it'll be some pretty interesting RP.
Okay, so you guys wake up. You guys were not interrupted during your resting in this room. Uh, the door still remains shut. You guys, the wall behind you where the painting used to be, is blank. Um, Yeah.
It's just a door now.
Yeah. Is there a keyhole to the door, or like somewhere we can peek under without being tiny?
The lady said that she could open the door for us.
Yeah,
Right, but
she
last
told
time
you.
there was a guy there
Yeah,
on the other
the
side of the
gap under
door.
the
I want to see
door
if he's still
is
there.
very small. There is like, um, there's not a keyhole, but there are like gaps on the side of the door that you can kind of get to some of the inner workings if you wanted to try to pick it yourself, but it doesn't really let you see through it. And the gap at the bottom was small enough that Bagor transformed into something small in order to be able to get like your eye close enough to the ground to see anything. And all he saw was a figure
Yeah.
pacing back and forth.
So he was pacing. So if I put my ear to the ground by the door, would I be able to try to perceive sound?
I would say you could try, but it'd be pretty difficult. I'd probably give you disadvantage.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Um, you do hear like muffled sounds. And like a little bit of echoing footsteps. So you can kind of interpret that they're talking to somebody or to themselves, and pacing still. Um, but that you can't make out any words or anything.
I motion to everybody that to stay quiet because I hear something.
The sounds don't appear to be getting louder. They're just going back and forth sideways across the room.
All right. If no one else is gonna do anything, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, I wanted to
Should we
discuss
go?
like, are we willing to go now? Like, we're gonna have to
I don't
talk to
see.
them.
We have to go eventually, and there's
What?
nothing,
Like,
no
the
other way
room is
out of
very
this
nice.
room.
Please stay here.
DM, is the door open?
It is closed.
So she didn't open it for us yet.
She
No, she
told you
told
how
us
to
how
open
to
it.
open.
We left
Oh,
her
that's right. There's a
behind.
lever.
Yeah. It was the chains. We pull on the chains and it opens the
That's
door. We
correct.
left her behind, and I
All
give
right.
her the rest of my money.
I'm gonna walk over and just pull the lever.
This is like that. You need some prep for that, dude. Easy, gentle. Maybe buy dinner to the chains first.
I'm very used to crazy people, so it's fine. I'll be all right.
You head up to the chains that she was held up by, and you give them a pull, and the chains like come towards you a bit, and you hear some like clunking and some whirring of gears, and the gate slides open.
I kind of face palm because I just told everyone to be quiet, but
Oops, I didn't hear it. Sorry.
That's okay, because as you see the figure, they continue to pace back and forth, not really paying you any mind. This room is pretty big now that you have, now that you can see it, and it's kind of dimly lit. There's lights like torch sconces and lanterns along some of the walls, so you can just see like a figure pacing back and forth in the middle of the room.
Is that a tiefling or a
real quick,
devil?
add a character. What are these like all cards in hand and cards that people have?
I don't know. I think like somebody just accidentally made those. One of them popped up on the screen. It was
Yeah.
like a 10 of hearts or something.
Yeah, sorry.
One
That
has
was
a built-in deck of cards.
Yeah, I made a couple of when I was doing the macros, I got 2 cards. I don't know how, and I don't know how to get rid of them.
Well, all right, cool. I was just wondering.
Yeah. I still don't know how to get rid of them. Like,
it's whatever. DM, is this the only person in the room?
This is the only person you can see. Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna
And
lean
it's on the
against
far side.
the. What?
And they're on like the far side of the room.
They're
Just
kind of pacing back and forth. The shape of this room is it's in the image, but it's kind of cut off. I'll poorly draw it again, like I'm so excellent at doing.
The
This
half
is
circle?
probably not really to scale. It's a box. So yeah, you can. There's. So you guys are coming in from the bottom, and she is kind of just pacing back and forth around the middle of the room.
I am going to enter the room, and I'm just gonna like go right here in the corner, and I'm gonna wait for everybody else.
How
They
I'm
much
let-
going to
distance?
sneak into like I guess from us it'd be the left corner and try to like circle around until I can try to get behind them.
How far-ish is this person from the door?
This room from the bottom to the top is about 100 feet. So she's like 50 feet away.
Is there really anything in the room, or is it fairly empty?
Geez, GM, the map isn't to scale. Gosh, how
Yeah, that's
dare
a lot
you?
more work than it's worth.
I know, no problem.
I want to be like around here next to the door, and I don't want to come in. I just want to like lean in to see if they are being hostile or not, and just wait.
It'll be a
Um,
lot less hostile if I have a knife to the throat.
The room
right?
is pretty
Yeah.
empty, latticed with shadow. As you guys kind of slowly start approaching and getting a little bit closer, you can see better. This woman is blue-skinned. She's got the horns. She's wearing like a very elegant dress. It's kind of very contrast between just the plainness of the room and her appearance. But otherwise, the room is pretty plain.
What is her appearance besides elegant dress? Is she chained? Is she beaten up? Or
No, she looks pretty clean.
Is she still talking?
She's pacing around and muttering under her breath.
Can I make out what she's saying from the door?
Probably not from the door, but Leaf, you said you wanted to try to sneak around and try to get closer on the other side?
Yeah, like right here, if I can figure out how to put a mark.
If you have the mouse
Click
tool,
and
you can
hold.
just click and hold. And it like makes one of those. Or you can use the ruler and say like I'm going this way.
So you didn't see that then?
I don't think so.
We
Are
could
you
drag
under
our
the-
tokens onto there.
that's
Yeah.
true too.
I can throw extra tokens. So here's there should be you. I mean, it's not to scale, but
We'll
I
forgive
put a
you.
little mark where I intended. I don't know if you see it.
okay. So you want to be over here? So and you want to sneak over
Yeah.
there?
Yes.
So I'll have you make a stealth check for now.
Oh, that's me.
So
And I think I'm going to try to sneak to about
Nice.
there.
Good roll.
So yeah, you even though the walls are better lit than the middle of the room, you manage to, like, using the corners, you manage to find the shadows and watch your step in order to make it there quietly. And from there, I'll let you roll another perception check with just a straight roll without disadvantage.
Who rolls a perception?
You, because you're closest.
You leave.
So you hear, she's kind of like, just like as she's pacing, she occasionally pauses and looks down at her feet and crosses her arms and just thinking. She's really deliberating something. And you hear, like, it would be a shame to burn it all down and leave nothing behind. And that's kind of like as she approaches you, or as she gets close to you and walks away, and that's kind of mostly what you hear.
Oh, this bitch is crazy.
I'm just gonna assume
Yeah,
everyone we
I
meet is
wish we
crazy
could
until
discuss
proven
this, but
otherwise.
since
True.
we can't, can I like try to give me a second, I think, actually.
And by the way, the entrances and exits to the room, there's one here, one here, and one here. These are not doorways. These are basically just arches, so you could just walk straight through it.
Okay.
So I could just hypothetically try to motion everyone to follow me if I thought they could get this far.
Yes.
It's a good
I'm
idea.
not going to do that. I mean, that's stupid. No, I don't think we can do that, but
Given our success at sneaking last time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll disadvantage.
If everything else fails, I can still charm them. Like, just while we go away.
I mean, we could also
I
talk
have
to
a
this lady.
sneaking feeling that this person might be immune or at least have advantage against charm.
Let's talk to her. If we can't sneak, we can't charm her. We can either attack her or we can talk to her. And I'm vote for talk to her. She doesn't seem to be hostile. It's just crazy.
All right, I'm gonna stay hidden, and you guys can talk to her. And if things seem to be going south, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, send the guy with -1 charisma to talk to her. I can't really do that. Anyone else volunteering?
I've got -1 as well.
What do I have? Fuck, I got a +4. All right, I guess it's me. All right, DM, I'm gonna go ahead. Sorry.
All right, I was while he's going up, I want to sneak over to the kind of in the middle of this alcove-ish kind of area.
Okay, you can roll a stealth check too while you approach.
All right, I'm just gonna walk very cautiously. I'm gonna meet her sort of halfway with my sort of not my hands raised, but my hands are out to the side, indicating that I'm unarmed, and I'm going to approach, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hello there."
Oh, hello.
What is your name?
I am Lady Capelli.
Well, Lady Capelli, well met. My name is Belfiel. What are you doing in the maze?
I have work here that needs to be done. What are
Work?
you doing in the maze?
We are here for treasure and for exploration, of course.
Oof, I love treasure.
Oh, yes?
What do you know about this place?
We just got here. We know virtually nothing about this place.
We just got here.
At this
Yes,
point,
I'm. Hold on. I'm with my friend over here, and I'm going to turn back, and I'm going to point to the druid that's over by the door.
Damn it. I'm gonna
And
walk
given
out.
my rolls, I apparently tripped, then like grabbed a scope and I'm trying to fall over
Yeah,
it.
You
at
pull a
well,
Peter Griffin.
at about
Wait,
that
I would
time,
like
like
to argue
you,
that maybe
there's
she
an
had
upraised rock
advantage
and you
because she
stub your
was
toe and
distracted.
you like can't help but give a little gasp. And like she eyes in his direction and eyes back at you and says, "There's just two of you."
Nope, there's more of us. We are a party of adventurers
I'm
who
walking
just
forward.
would like some peaceful exploration. We mean you no harm, of course.
I'm sure you don't. Well, treasure hunting is something I can get behind.
I think that's a cause everyone can get behind. Who doesn't like treasure? And I'm gonna just start laughing.
Well, I myself am quite a huge fan. Let me roll something behind the scenes here quick. I myself am a big fan of art. If you can find some art in the maze and bring it back to me, I might be able to reward you with gold.
Oh, how interesting.
While you guys are talking, I move to the back wall.
I
You're
don't know if you
rolling
heard me.
insight against.
Yeah, I want to see if she's lying or if she's being deceitful.
Um. For all you can tell, she is being very honest.
Okay. And I'm going to turn to her and I'm going to be like, if we find any art, how do we find you? This maze might turn us around and we might get lost.
Oh, that is very true. This maze does tend to do that. I will be here, but I can't really offer you a guide back to me. Just know that there's different areas of the maze. Some of them might have different aspects of things that you might be interested in. For example, farthest in the back, and she kind of generally points in this direction. Do you guys see that on the map?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Far back into the maze, there's a gallery of all kinds of arts and artifacts, and those are definitely the most interesting in my opinion. But there's other areas of the maze as well.
Okay. Do you have anything for sale, perhaps? Because if she's got gold, maybe she's got shit to sell.
I don't, at least not today.
Okay. Okay.
You mentioned
And
burning something. Like I'm going to reveal myself to ask her this. You mentioned burning something down.
She kind of just, you walking out of the shadows just startles her just a little bit. She tries to hide it, but you can kind of just see like a flinch as her head snaps in that direction. And she kind of like looks you straight in the eye and says, "I don't tolerate eavesdroppers."
Oh.
Oh, it was more by accident.
Maybe you guys should run along now.
I'm gonna turn to
if
her
if you
and
want to burn something down, we can help. Maybe.
She doesn't really give that any kind of response. She kind of just turns back away from you and towards Balthiel, who was previously talking.
I'm going to ask her which way does she. I'm going to tell her that I see these three sort of exits or hallways, and I'm going to ask her which way should we proceed next.
There's not really a best way through the maze. They all lead to different places. The gardens to your left can be clingy.
The gardens can be clingy. You said.
Yes, clingy.
Okay. And what's to the north and to the east?
The east is the Dead Wedding. And north is more of Cronia's halls.
I'm going to ask her who that is.
You know of the maze, but you do not know of Cronia.
I
Interesting.
do not. Will you tell me?
I would assume Cronia is the Medusa who locked up the chick from the other room.
She kind of like giggles to herself a little bit. It says, "Maybe I'll give you more information once you've done something for me."
And I'm going to be like, we can do something for you, that's fine, but we will be more likely to succeed if we know more about this place.
But where's the fun in that? If you guys can find me some kind of curious bauble inside the maze, and maybe we'll talk more.
Very well then. And I'm going to do like a little half bow and I'm going to say good day. And I'm going to turn and start walking this way.
To the Dead Wedding?
To the Dead Wedding. I just
All right,
I just
I
got
guess we're
engaged,
going
so
that
I want to go that way.
As good a reason as any. I vote we don't go north and that this works.
I'm gonna stay behind for a little bit, and I'm gonna ask her, like in a really low voice, any opinions on critiquing art around here?
Well, you have to critique the art. And then, like, another giggle, and just turns her back to you and just continues pacing the room.
This
Okay,
is
I'm
crazy.
gonna walk to them. Maybe don't critique the art.
And as we're walking, I kind of pout and say, like, you can't tell I'm pouting, but I'm pouting because I wanted to go to the garden.
Oh.
Would you rather go to the garden?
No, it's fine.
I mean, I just picture directions. I don't really care where we go.
No, that's just in character. I don't care.
Speaking of, as you like start heading into this chamber, you kind of like can't help but stop once you like and just catch your breath as you hit the barrier into the next room. As give me 1 second. As what is inside is unlike anything you've ever seen before. This kind of looks like this.
Alright.
It's just you see below you a staircase, and it descends into more staircases.
Okay.
Do we see that
Um,
many doors?
Right decision.
You can see two different doors besides the one you're standing at. But for how to get there, you're not 100% sure because of all the twisting staircases.
guys, before we go any further, who has the cartography skills?
I do.
I would highly recommend that you verbalize that you are keeping a very detailed map of this place in case we need to make our way back
So
to here.
you weren't here when we discussed this, but
Sorry.
early. No, it's fine. Earlier, Caleb said that it would be difficult for us to do so in here because it just keeps changing.
Oh, okay.
It's not that it
Yeah.
changes; it's just that the rooms like are kind of like this room in particular is a great example. It's not natural. It's not something you can easily keep track of in your brain.
But it's something that we could, go back through the same way we came. We just go
Right.
up. If we go down the stairs, we go up the stairs.
Right.
But in theory, a cartographer would be able to denote a staircase. We made a right and then we went down the staircase.
Yes, if you guys ever want to backtrack, I'll try to help you out with that. And
Yeah.
as part of his cartography thing, I'm going to be like kind of drawing the general shape of the room, so you guys as players have an idea of where you're at. But in character, it's a little bit more confusing.
I'm also
Okay.
trying to keep a map. I'm like make a map on my computer as we go, just how things connect.
Yeah.
Without really any detail.
Okay. I guess we go down the stairs, guys.
Yeah. I'll take the rear. I'm gonna stay behind, just
I'll be
watching.
point.
Okay. I'll
Are
be
we
second
sneaking
then.
or just walking?
Let's sneak until we know what's here. It's better.
I'm gonna bring down everybody's fucking score.
Wait,
But
no. Wait.
More than welcome to. More than welcome.
I think I can
Maybe
do enhance ability.
Rob goes in the rear, so that way, like, we can see what's happening, and before someone can maybe hear it. Sorry, that's not your character name. What's your character name?
Belfield.
Belfield?
Yeah. Yeah, I can be in the rear just in case there are any monsters.
I'm gonna cast enhance ability on Balthiel, and I'm gonna give him Cat's Grace so that he has better dexterity checks. You have advantage on those, so she'll help you a little bit of.
And how long does that spell last?
This is up to an hour.
Okay.
Do you want me to click on it to cast it, or just reduce the number of spell slots?
Yeah, just you can. I mean, just do both, I guess,
Okay.
so everyone knows what's going on.
Cast it at level 2.
But that's for dexterity checks. That's not for skill checks.
That
Hmm,
I'm pretty
That's
sure that's what
true.
it's for.
Dexterity
These are
based
not
checks
saving
might be better
throws. These are
wording.
ability checks, which stealth does include. I'm like 99% sure that's what the spell's for.
So it says that I get advantage on it. So with the advantage plus my disadvantage, you just want me to roll a straight stealth check.
That's right.
It will be straight. Yeah.
All right, are we doing it now?
If you guys want to, so what you see, you're at the top of a staircase, and it just descends into like a knot of stairs.
Where are we on this one?
Yeah, you're on the left side. Yep.
Okay. Before
Alright,
we
well-
move, which way are we going or trying to go?
I thought we could only go down.
Yeah, but we see
let's
two
just
doors, so
go
we need to
until
figure out
we
which
don't.
we're in.
I see.
Like, which door are we intent on going? Because maybe we won't get there.
Whichever one we get to first.
Yeah, let's just keep to the left and whichever door we get to first.
Okay.
All right, well,
Might take a bit, but it seems safer than walking randomly to try to get to one of the doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you guys roll stealth check. As you get towards the middle of the room and you approach like the knot that kind of twists your mind.
Oh my god, it's not bad. Yay.
well,
So usually for stealth, I'll probably be doing like group checks. So the more passes can kind of. It's not like strictly one person fails and everyone fails. So since you got like two good rolls, one average roll, and one below average roll, um, I probably won't say you made significant noise at this point in time, but it does slow down your travel trying to descend the stairs slowly. So as you approach the knot, let me just make sure. Yeah, so once you're in the center, you can more easily determine which uh, staircase loops back around and goes towards the directions you were wanting to go to. So which direction did you want to go to?
Whoever's at front, pick away.
Sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
We're going to this door, right?
That's where we came from.
No, you came from the west, the left.
Okay, from this
Ah,
one.
okay.
So we were going to this one or this one?
It's up to the person at point, I would
Which
assume.
was me. But so can you repeat what you said earlier?
So
Caleb?
while you're at the top of the stairs, before you came down, it was like kind of hard to tell which stairs all twisted up in the middle and ended up in the direction. But as you got closer to the center, you can now tell. And even though you're a little bit confused about what direction, like you know what direction you came from, but even though you're a little bit confused about which direction leads to which path, I'll just let you guys pick. So
Hang on, I have to step away for a second.
Going north.
This one.
Yeah.
So you guys slowly and silently continue descending the staircase.
I'm gonna be watching and maybe paying attention to see if I hear any noises behind us because I'm on the back, just in case that anything's following us. Maybe that crazy lady.
You continue descending and eventually make it down to the archway at the bottom of the stairs without hearing or seeing anybody else.
Okay, safe for now. Um,
Did we go through the door that that we wanted to from the north?
You are standing in the archway now. Let me flip some pages.
do I
So
see
if
anything
you
inside?
go-
Like,
Yeah.
can we see to the other side?
You peek in, and I have dark vision, if that helps. I think so does Beggar.
Yeah, I also do.
So the room that you are kind of standing before but haven't exactly entered yet, this is a low, dark, lightless vault with moisture beading on the walls. There is a horribly malformed thing inside. It also has a shell next to it and kind of maybe part of it. This mutant thing like has a claw. It's like kind of crustacean, but it's much more mutated than that.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Well,
Well,
point man, what do you want to do?
I just describe what we've seen so we can discuss it, maybe.
I'm gonna say let's go in.
maybe
Like,
before that, I
And
can make a
attack
noise.
or go in and try talking to the weird thing.
Let's try talking to it. Who knows? The weird crab creature might speak perfect common.
Well, then let's switch it back around to how we did it with the blue lady, except this time I won't ask questions about fire.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed it. We're at the north door.
Yeah, and there's some
we
sort of
went
like
north, and there's a mutant thing with a claw and a shell.
it's like a mutant crab thing, and we're gonna go inside and try and talk to it.
Yep.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna come out from the back because nobody else is charismatic, And
Yeah,
I have
without
a little.
Nyx,
I
it's
have even
unfortunate.
charisma, but besides that, do I re-roll stealth because we're doing something new, or do I just use my old stealth roll?
Um, we'll say because you're doing something new, you'd probably re-roll it if he's just approaching it. And like I said, maybe
Boom,
beginning.
natural 20.
Damn.
I don't have like art for all the rooms. I'm not an artist, so I can't really just like draw stuff. But if you guys want to try to draw like a mutant crab
Fake
thing, you
it till
can.
you make it, man. Fake it till you make
But
it.
the general shape of the room is pretty standard. Like I said, again, the scale is kind of weird. This is probably maybe like 20 feet or 25 feet tall. And there's a hallway that goes to the north.
We're here, right?
Yeah, you're kind of on the south end.
Okay.
all right, I'm going to approach, and so there's two doorways then.
Yeah, there's the small hallway to your right, and a hallway you can see up ahead that curves.
I'm gonna, and the crab thing is in the middle. I'm assuming.
Sure.
All right, I'm
And
gonna take.
remember, I'm sneaking
Actually,
around.
it's in the corner,
It-
so we'll say it's
Uh-oh.
over here.
It's over here.
Oh, okay, that's less fun. In that case, I'm going along the opposite wall and getting towards the other hallway. But I'm not going to enter. I'm going to start just
Look at that.
wait
Art.
until I can get there.
I'm gonna take out one of my rations, and I'm going to slowly approach the creature, like sort of holding out my ration.
I'm gonna stay by the door once again, like covering everybody's back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Get my bow and try to sneak around just down the wall to our right a little bit.
Yeah, by the way, you guys can put your characters on the map at any time by clicking and dragging on your name over to the map.
Oh,
So I just kind of want to get about there, and I'll roll stealth for that.
As you
Alright.
approach, you see that the shell actually has kind of
Jesus.
a half face and hands.
damn.
Ooh, wow, those are good rolls.
It has a half face.
Yeah, it has like hints of a face, and it also has hands, and it sees you approaching, and
Yep.
it kind of puts its finger up to its mouth in a shushing motion, and like gives you like a flat hand to tell you to stop. And you see as you get
All right.
closer that the grotesque crab thingy mabobber is sleeping.
Okay. Um,
So like half
Sorry,
of him
I got
is telling
interrupted.
us.
What put up its hand to stop?
The shell.
so it's almost like there's two different sort of consciousness in this one creature.
Yeah, they're like somehow physically linked.
Okay. I'm just gonna turn around and I'm gonna just sort of like shrug my shoulders, and I'm going to ask them. I'm just sort of gonna do a little hand motion. It's gonna be like for the two people, like a person running, or I'm gonna pull a bunch of bowstrings. I'm gonna ask the party like, should we sneak or should we attack? And then I'm gonna like point to it, and I'm gonna do like a praying hands to the side to.
You cut out there.
Sorry. you
God
cut
damn
out.
it. All right, I'm just gonna hand motion you guys that it's sleeping, and I'm gonna ask you guys, are we sneaking or are we gonna attack?
Without making noise.
I'm
I
gonna
think
try to
just
just
go
point to the
for-
two doors.
Yeah. You point to the two doors?
Yeah.
All right.
The one close to you or the one close to me?
The two exits.
Like
I'm just
trying to
pointing.
make a choice of which direction to go.
Yeah, trying to indicate we go through one of those, not attacking that.
I'm gonna point into this direction.
I'm also gonna point into that direction.
I point at the crab monster.
Well, the cleric is going to follow the party consensus and is going to start walking towards the door.
Alright, I guess I'll lead the way since I'm already stealth and kind of looking through the hallway though.
Since you got kind of close to it, Balthiel,
Yep.
using the cat's grace, I will let you make a stealth check with advantage in this one instance, as you just kind of just try to get far enough back away before you can. That's
How does
close
a
enough.
10 get me?
Close enough, good enough. So you guys managed to sneak around the outside of the room. And the shell seems to like relax a bit as you move away from it.
Okay. So I'm going to wait for my party members at this doorway.
Yeah, do you guys go through that door then?
Yeah.
I'll just go around the edge over here and then up.
I'll go last. So when everybody's there, I'm moving.
This.
Hashtag roll initiative.
This is really hard to navigate. So this room is entirely made of rope bridges connected to the walls.
Interesting.
So like here's the hallway that you came out of, and the room turns right. Excellent art.
Love it. We have to critique the art.
I'm laughing, but I didn't have push to talk, so I just wanted you to know I thought that was funny.
So yeah, this room's probably 20 foot like wide at the hallway, and there's rope bridges, kind of get a new color here, brownish, that kind of just go along and lead to all the exits. And it's like tied off at the walls, a little bit rickety. The bottom of it is not lit, so you can't really tell how far down it goes. But
Okay,
you kind of stare down into darkness.
Does the rope bridge look sturdy at all? Like it can handle a bunch of weight?
There appears to be like, ropes connecting it to the walls at all kinds of different angles. You don't believe you're in immediate danger of it collapsing, like if you were all to single file and walk across it.
All right. Well, I was first through the room. I guess I'll go first through the rope bridge. So I'm going to stand on the rope bridge and I'm going to walk across. And I'm going to stop at this point. Come on. Nope, I'm not in the right one. I'm going to stop here and wait for them to catch up.
I was like right next to him, so I'll just follow along.
Yeah, it's not really wide enough to support two people, so you wanted
You got
to.
your
Alright.
key,
Behind him, though.
So I would imagine that as I come through, because we're not able to see around this corner, I'm assuming.
Try that again. I'm sorry, I didn't see it.
Are we able to see around this corner from here? We're
No,
not able to.
really.
All right. So
But you
if
see
it only
that the rope bridge does turn.
if I'm going up first, I'm gonna have to decide to pick a direction. So I'm gonna walk across, and I'm going to choose this room right here.
Okay. Nothing actually happens as you kind of just slowly make your way across the rope bridge. And unless you guys stop, you guys just proceed into the next room.
There's nothing for us to see here. Like we don't see the bottom. Do we see
There's
anything on
darkness
the top?
below you, and the ceiling above you is like 20 feet above you.
Do I see any kind of animals with my dark vision?
You can see about 60 feet down with your dark vision, and
Uh-huh.
your dark vision ends in more darkness, so that must mean that the drop below you is greater than 60 feet.
And to the top,
How
to the
about my
ceiling?
90 foot dark vision?
It is still larger than that.
Okay, figured.
Do I notice anything on the ceiling?
The ceiling's about 20 feet above you. You maybe like see like a bat hiding in the corner or something.
Okay.
It appears to be mundane.
Can you talk to bats?
Let me see. I could if I had it prepared, but no, not right now.
Okay.
Unless GM, if I turn into an animal, can I speak with them like that, or I'm not gonna understand?
Sure.
That's one of my animal-shaped charges.
But
No,
you
for now,
would
I'm
not
not
be
gonna.
able to transform into any animal that could fly, so you wouldn't be able to transform into a bat. I'd say you'd have
Yeah,
to turn into a bat to speak to a bat.
yeah, that's still too low of a level to do that. Yeah, no, right now I can't talk to them. So I'm the last one on the line, so I will go whatever the rest of the group is going.
Yeah, I probably waited, a minute or two after they turned the corner and then followed them.
So you guys go southish into that room.
Yep.
You're familiar with Roll20, right, Rob?
Yes, sir.
If I have like say 300 pages on the top, there's
Oh
no easy
God.
way to move both myself and the players at the same time without it. Like, because it seems like close. Oh, it closes when I move myself, so I just have to do that last. Never mind. Okay, so you guys see,
Good old page tab.
yeah, it is a mess. Let me get the description before I draw it. This room is more well lit than most of the others you've been to so far. Because the floor appears to be the only thing in this room, but the floor is definitely noticeable and different.
Can I roll to see if the floor is lava?
You would not have to roll. The floor is not lava at this point.
Oh, thank God.
So it is,
You should have let him roll and tell him it's lava if he crit failed.
Like, yeah, I was about to say the crit failed.
This floor is a living mosaic, so it's made of a whole bunch of tiles, and like these tiles are kind of changing colors, and there's a shape on the ground, and it's moving as if it's alive.
Interesting.
Uh,
Now draw it.
Right.
and you have to draw it every time it changes too.
Exactly. The party demands it.
I mean, this isn't something my character would know, but is it kind of like one of those game of life sort of?
I know what you're
repeating
saying.
patterns?
This is more a singular creature than like several things, but that's like kind of like the animation idea.
All right. Yeah.
So
I was
like
just
one of
thinking
those
with
little like Tomodachi ripoffs, that was like the box guys. Do
Yes,
you
but
remember
like
those?
super HD.
Okay, cool.
What is the painting, or what is the mosaic of?
It is kind of bestial. It's like, since you can only see like a 2D image of it, it's kind of, it's got like four limbs, strange elongated head. It's kind of like salamandry, but kind of also bestial.
Okay. Do I see any doorways?
Just across the hall, you see one.
I'm gonna turn
Bethia,
the.
why don't you try talking to this
I'll
one?
actually have you roll a perception check.
You want me to roll it?
Yes, as you're looking across the hall.
Okay, stand by. Sorry, I was in another room.
You're all good.
Wow, I don't see shit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't even know if I can say anything about that. Yeah, you don't see anything across the hall.
Do I know anything about this creature? Like, is it natural? Will I know
Give me
anything?
1 second.
It's definitely like magical, and it's not like a natural kind of creature.
Okay.
Can I turn to the party and be like, let's just go around this fucking thing? And I'm assuming as the mosaic moves across the floor, there are spots where the creature is not present. Is that correct? Like empty space, like void space.
Yeah, there are spaces that like the tiles are blank, and or like I'd say the base of the floor is white,
Okay.
and the creature is different colors.
So I would recommend that we go across on the
I'm
white
back. What did
spaces.
I miss?
He says, "Go ahead, DM."
Yeah, he was just asking more about the floor. I would say like the base of the tile, base color of the tiles is white. So there's like areas of the floor where the thing is not occupying, but otherwise, yeah.
Do we have a clear path? Like all the way through?
It does. It is kind of large. Let's see if you guys gonna make me draw something here. It's got like a tail-ish. It's kind of just curling around the room.
I say we move across, but without touching the creature's image.
I'd agree with that.
Is it moving right now?
Yeah, it is kind of just curling in circles around the room.
So is this going to be like a dexterity check or like an acrobatics check?
As you kind of like start taking a step into the room, it seems like it reacts to just like feeling your foot on the floor, and it stops what it's doing, and its head turns in your direction. I assume like Balthiel, and
Oh fuck!
you guys hear it say something.
What does it say?
The first to cross these coils must dance, the second sing to safely reach, the third must bleed or risk mischance, the fourth one dies between my teeth, the next one will be the first once more, and do not cheat, I'm keeping score.
Oh crap.
First one dance, second one sing. What does the third one have to do?
Bleed or suffer misfortune or something to that effect.
And the fourth one dies.
Between his teeth, specifically.
And then the fifth one does the first again.
Wait.
Trying to see, do I have a spell for that?
For dancing?
No, I was thinking like, I don't know. No one's a wizard, I know, but I was thinking something like mirror image or something like, or something we could conjure a person to move across the floor.
You
Yeah.
said don't cheat to keep score though, so I think that'll just piss it off.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
it's just to call a fourth one.
So while they're discussing it, I'm just gonna dance across.
I'm gonna go ahead and sing
Cha-cha.
across.
Do you
I'm gonna
wait
start.
for him to cross fully before?
Yeah, I'll wait for him across.
Okay, so you dance across, and kind of like the lizard kind of like moves in tune to your steps as it circles around the room, and like it doesn't seem to like move out of the way as you approach it. So you kind of just like step on its tail as you just keep going and dancing across. It doesn't seem to mind. And as you get like further into the room and closer to the next room, once you get to the bottom, you see that south of here is the room you're in before that has Lady Capelli in it.
Oh, come back. Just come back.
Oh, okay. I was gonna wait. So you didn't cross yet, yeah?
No, I was waiting for you to cross. But if you were to see that this is the same room we went in before, I would imagine you can just come back and we can go a different way.
Oh yeah, no, that's totally my plan too. It's just, should I try singing it back, or
I
do
would
still
recommend
count as
that.
a person?
Yeah, it's better to sing.
I would recommend singing.
All right, so then I start singing and it goes da 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 da. I'm singing Death Note.
All right. You actually make it back across to the rest of your party, and you're
Well, I'm
back
not
on
dead.
the border with everyone. And there's rope bridges above you, and the mosaic kind of south of you.
Okay.
Well, someone else pick a direction because I suck at it.
All right, we're going north.
Yeah, let's go back and go
I'll bring
north.
you back to the rope bridge page here.
Yeah, we could go north or west.
Well, north
go
is
to this-
literally
Well,
right
north
there.
or southwest, really.
Since I'd say it's been about 10-ish minutes in character, as you guys are in the middle of like the rope bridge discussing what to do next, I'm gonna roll an encounter check.
Oh God.
This would be a very bad place to have an encounter.
Yeah, Elder Dragon comes out on the rope bridge and burns the ropes.
Kind of metagaming, but nothing happens this time. So,
Yeah.
you guys can keep talking about where you're going next.
Point man, are we going north?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna wait for everybody else to cross, and I'll take up the rear.
Okay. I'm going third in the group,
Right.
like right ahead of Balthiel.
So in the room north of you, I've got art for this one.
Yay! That means it's important.
No, not it. Definitely doesn't mean it's important. It just means that the art is more evocative of
What
whatever it
the
is
hell is
than
that?
anything I could try to describe myself.
Okay.
So yeah, you
Do we
basically
see that thing?
you see.
It's
Let me
a bunny.
flip pages to make sure I get the description right.
I don't want to offend it, but it looks ugly as fuck.
Don't
So
talk about my pet bunny caterpillar that way.
you see the whole middle of the floor is kind of a chessboard of black and white squares, and you see a handful, not all of the chess pieces, but like different, about like 3/4 of a full chess set on the left side of the room, off of the board, off to the side, and kind of closer to the right side of the board, maybe like even on the board a little bit, is this grotesque caterpillar mutant thingamabobber.
Oh.
It's a bunny.
What do you guys want to do?
How big is it?
This thing is pretty big. I'd say at the very least it's a large creature. So
So not likely to make it a pet then.
probably not.
But
Well,
we
'cause
can
looking
try.
at chess is probably intelligent.
Yeah.
So like, there's kinks for a reason.
Let's see. You said that there are some chess pieces, but not all of them.
Yes.
Totally metagaming, but I'm assuming this is some sort of like Harry Potter type shit where we gotta be chess pieces? Question mark.
Yeah, I that's what I was thinking too. Except I don't think my character knows how to play chess.
Okay, I wanna make an
My
amendment
character
here
does.
as I'm rereading this. The caterpillar thing is about 4 feet long,
Oh, okay. So not like
So medium.
but
huge.
still
Like,
like grotesque. And
yeah, but I mean, it
you
could
can
be
like
like a
as
great
you
game.
approach it on the rope bridge, like this thing's like grunting and like half screaming.
I say we go through.
Just walk through.
Is there like a landing that we can stay on or something?
Uh,
Yeah, maybe not step into the white and black rows or squares.
there is kind of space around the edges of the chessboard, but like on the left side, the chess pieces occupy most of it, and the right side, you definitely be getting pretty close to the gross thing.
All right.
How big are the pieces?
Stealth around the right side. Like, how close is it?
The scale of this room, the image is a bit stretched, but it shows the approximate like shape of the room. And it's say maybe it's like 50 feet horizontally, 50 feet left and right, and then 25 feet from bottom to top.
These are the ways out, right? That one and this?
Yeah, I'll mark those with red, like I have been doing.
Okay.
Okay, so then in that case, I am going to attempt to stealth along the right side.
How big are the pieces? Like, do I think I can lift them?
Uh, they're about 3 feet tall.
Oh,
They look to be kind of made of stone. If they were like fully made of stone, you would not be able to lift them. But like if they were hollow, you could probably move them.
can you check that for me since you're stealthing?
He's going. Are you going left or right? I'm sorry.
I am going right.
Oh, then I'm gonna stealth to the right and try to lift one of those
To the
without
left.
stepping on the board.
You'd be going left if you're
Yeah.
going to.
Oh yeah, to the pieces. Yes.
Well, let's do this. We'll do Leaf first. You kind of sneak around. This room is it's lit okay. Like in the middle of the room, there's like a higher ceiling, and it's got a chandelier lit from it that kind of illuminates the chessboard a little bit better than the walls. So sneaking around the edge of the room is not bad for you since you have a lot of experience with that. Um, and like as you kind of approach, as you get close to it, you see like this thing has uh, a sword. It is not a sharp sword. It's been intentionally like maybe it's been like banged against the floor or something, or maybe it's been supposed to be like this, but it's blunt.
So I like make hand motions for Balthus
Balthiel.
Bathiel to talk to it.
And I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna start shaking my head.
This thing doesn't seem to notice you get, but like as you get closer, like the grunting and the random like full screaming that it does is kind of just super unsettling to you.
So then I make a motion of should I just stab it?
No,
I'm gonna start shaking my head or
I'm
nodding
also
my head.
doing that.
I'm
No.
nodding my
Nodding your
head.
head?
Shrug.
I'm shaking my head.
Totally
I'm
nodding.
keeping count of the votes on my fingers for everyone.
No,
One
no.
hand for attack, one hand for not attack. Looks like you're the tiebreaker.
Athos?
Athos just shrugs. He doesn't
Wait,
care
you
either
just
way.
what?
He shrugged.
Shrugs. He doesn't care either way.
Alright, so then I guess still stealth, I sneak up to it and get the sneak attack in.
We're all
Okay.
gonna die.
For the purposes of this battle, I'll draw the chessboard. It's stretched, but it should be like. And throw your tokens onto this board. I don't think I have a token for him, but let me pull some random stuff out.
Are we still by the doorway, or are we on the chessboard?
You guys are wherever you want to be as you see him kind of approach the back of this thing. I actually do, before we do this, I want to amend. Can you roll perception, Leaf? Because, I don't know.
That doesn't sound good.
You see death right there, looking at you.
Wow.
Alright, this thing, it's not like, it's definitely like mutated and gross and disgusting. It's not as caterpillary as you thought it was in like the dim light. It's got scales, it's more snake-like, but it's like disgusting. It's got like all the gross arms that it's got and like gross mashing teeth. But it's kind of like a fat, gross snake.
Kill it with fire.
I don't have fire. I have like swords and shit.
That's fine. Kill it with swords, and we'll kill it with fire.
I mean, you can kill it with fire. I don't have much fire either.
I can, but I really don't want to get close to that.
Well, Leaf, it's up to you, bro.
Alright, so where is it though? So I can know where I'm
Do you see like
myself.
this? I'll make it a little bit bigger. But there's this gross snake man. You're sneaking behind him.
Oh, okay. So like my card thing is in the way.
Oh,
You can make it a pop-up and then you can move it
I'm
around.
stealing these cards, and then hopefully that makes it disappear.
It
Oh,
does.
gotcha.
Thank you.
They went to you.
And then I can probably delete them.
Try right-clicking on it.
There.
No, it just does normal Chrome stuff.
I was able to right-click it and put it to the bottom.
That's just where it is on the...
When I tried right clicking, nothing
Oh.
happened.
It's out of the way for me.
Cool. All right. So is that where I would be about approximately? You think?
Oh, sorry. I forgot push to talk. Make sure everyone rolls initiative.
Initiative?
Yes. In the top center
well,
of your sheet should be.
So my
initiative.
attack
Okay.
before that though is pre-combat though, right?
What do you want to do? What do you
Sneak
say?
attack it. That's why we're.
Yes, that'll be
Getting
like
into it.
the
Oh my god.
the surprise round.
Okay. Cool.
And I need to.
Can you put Tornado up, please?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Where's it at? There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, so one thing about Roll20 is if you click on your token before you hit initiative, it automatically adds it to the turn order. But that's okay.
You want me to roll it again? Because I got a 3.12.
Yeah, click on your token.
Yeah, just reroll it.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
The monster's going to have to roll initiative, too.
Okay.
I don't have like stats for it. I need to like make a new custom item.
Turns out this is actually level 15 spellcaster. He's gonna kill us all in one spell.
Probably. I hope you guys have
God.
secondary
I
characters
got a
made.
really high roll, but I think he's probably would have a negative modifier. We'll say this. Oh, that doesn't. That's well. There we go.
Ooh. Lucky I have a surprise round on it because damn.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 19. We'll say. Yeah. Make your attack roll with advantage because he doesn't see you coming.
Alright, so I just click sneak attack and then my
yeah.
two swords.
Just one of your swords, and like your second sword won't have a second sneak attack with it. That is enough to hit. 17 damage.
I think my lucky trait has already triggered twice this game. This session.
Nice. And you're what's your? Are you the assassin subclass?
I am.
So you have an auto crit? Yeah, you do. So some of that actually
That's
needs
double.
yeah, some of that needs to be doubled. The 2d6, the 8 is doubled, so 16 plus the double. So add an extra 14 to the 17, which is 31. And then your offhand is unfortunately just 3. Because that crit by itself. So 34 damage.
Alright, I
And
can.
immediately this thing like lets out a louder scream than you thought possible and turns on you as it gets its turn. It kind of like half-heartedly swings its blunt sword at you, which you easily dodge, but then it like throws it aside and tries to grab at you with all of its gross hands. 21 should, I believe, hit you.
Yeah, I'm only
And
at 15.
so
Just curious. What's the +5? That's its.
its approximate plus to hit.
Alright, that sucks. I mean,
Um,
the 16 got me anyways, but.
so
I mean, we've got +5 generally, so
yeah, so this thing
Yeah,
actually
but it super has me.
if this wasn't like so terrifying, an outside perspective might see this as funny, but it grabs you and it swallows you whole. And like
What?
as you immediately like start thrashing around, it immediately vomits you back up again.
Is this acid damage?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll take 11 points of, we'll say, acid damage. That's fine.
Do you have resistance?
No, I was just curious. Let's see, how do I decrease my hit points?
On your character sheet, the current hit points, you can just hit the down arrow 11 times, or you can type it in yourself.
If you have your HP set on your token, you can click on your token, and the 3 little circles will come up. And if you just hit -11, it'll automatically do it for you.
Yeah, that too.
Cool, thanks.
I personally find that easier.
Oh, okay.
That really hurt, guys.
But that was its turn, so it is now Athos' turn.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
All right, that's your bonus action. You still got an action.
Yeah. I'm assuming I'm within 90 feet.
Yes, you're. For simplicity's sake, we'll say you're like 60-ish feet.
Right.
Because you're the farthest away.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna shoot it with my longbow twice because I've got 2 actions because this is the first round. Or
Yes,
rather,
you do.
I attack twice.
Yep.
So that's a 19 and a 13 to hit.
You do not have advantage, so your second strike will miss, but your first strike does hit. And
13.
yeah, 13 extra damage.
DM, I know that this isn't applicable for what he just did, but are you doing any sort of flanking
Yes,
stuff?
flanking for melee. I do like that.
Okay, cool.
Does everyone know what that is?
Not
I don't know how it works.
It's an
I'm not sure it's
it's an
5e.
optional rule where if you are directly across from diagonally an enemy, you have advantage with an ally.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody was standing like right here and Leaf was right here, you can get advantage, but not if he was like right here. It has to be across,
Okay.
and enemies can get that too. So be careful with your placement.
Yeah, and like the chess pieces were like this general area.
They're
Alright.
about where they are, like visibly you can see them. That's about where they're at.
All right. Yeah, right up against the wall near the door, kind of in the center of the room is fine. I'm not going to move.
Then Leaf, you get another turn.
No one's by me, right?
Right.
Okay.
You're kind of all alone. You're like grossly wet.
That's fun. In that case, I think I'll reattack with both of my swords. There's no sneak attack on this one though.
Right. Your main hand hits or misses with the 7. And use your second attack. And that one hits for an extra 4 damage.
All right, and then for my bonus action, I run the fuck away.
Well, you're
Isn't your offhand
okay.
defense-
So if you want to use your offhand attack, that will take your bonus action.
Oh, I thought because cutting action or whatever allowed me to.
You only get 1 bonus action. So if you want to use your cunning action bonus action in order to disengage, so you don't take opportunity attacks, you would not be able to make an offhand attack.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Do you want to ignore the second attack and then disengage?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I will
Yeah.
say like you definitely do that. But I will say like this thing is like bleeding a lot. It's like the
Had I known that, I would have run away and then just used the longbow from 35 feet away.
okay.
So I don't want to redo it because I.
Yeah, we'll say it missed because you used your first roll, but that's
Okay,
what you
so
get.
I ran and then quickly pulled out the bow and completely missed. Yeah?
Move your token to the direction you want to run to.
Dean, can we put health bars up, please?
Can you? I thought I set them
I
so
think
everyone
it's
can see them.
just.
Oh no,
I think some of the tokens have them, some don't.
So
Mine has it.
hypothetically,
There we go.
how like each square, I know they're not all even now, but they would be. How much space is that?
Yeah, I was gonna ask that because you said this room was 50 feet wide.
yeah. There's like what 8 rows on a chessboard. So a chess square would probably be about 5 feet. That's probably close enough.
I have 35. I counted that out, right? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, if each board, well, each square on the chessboard would be 5 feet, and there's 8 of them. You'd probably be like kind of here-ish. So
All right. Like that?
yes. And you've spent your action and your bonus action. So Bagor.
Okay. Uh, am I within 30 feet?
Uh, man, the scale is all kind of.
Real quick, is there
Um,
anything in the air or like anything around that I could attempt to hide with?
No, not really. You're kind of in a pretty well lit place.
I can't hear anybody.
Um, you were gonna say, Balthiel, just the chess pieces are about 5 feet.
yeah, I'm just trying to, just so we're getting our scaling right, I'm just gonna say that we're gonna be using the blue grid instead of the map grid for
I'm
spacing.
gonna try
Yeah.
leaving and coming back and seeing if that fixes it.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. It doesn't look like you can hear us.
Who?
Leaf.
So Bagar, you are 5, 10, 15, 20 to 25 feet away, depending on which direction you go from the monster.
Uh,
Because you would be in this square, I would imagine.
so here.
Yes. And so, DM, is there any way you can take off the map grid?
Yes.
And we'll just use the color grid. I don't remember how to do that, so
Gotcha.
there we go.
Mhm.
So if you want to run up and get it, you can, I think. If you run straight directly at it.
Um, if I come here,
Yes.
here, kind of in the center,
Uh-huh.
how far am I from the monster and from Leaf?
You're about 20 to 25 from the monster and about 15 to 20 from Leaf.
Just so you know, Bagar, each one of these boxes is 5 feet, so you can count it out.
Yeah. Uh, I'm just trying to get something over here. Give me 1 sec. No, I cannot do that. Okay. I'm gonna come over here and
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. Just keep playing, and I'll try to get back in until it's my turn or whatever.
Okay.
and I'm gonna attack the creature with produce flame.
All right, sure.
Says that I can throw it if it's within 30 feet.
Yes.
So, click on it. 21.
Yeah, you definitely hit it square in the chest, and it's like you burn, like one of its arms kind of just like burns off. Because
Okay.
it's pretty wounded at this point.
Okay. Unless Leaf comes closer, I don't have anything else to do, so I'm gonna stay there.
All right.
I
Leaf
can
is
heal everybody.
Leaf is pretty close to you. He's within range of any spell, literally.
Yeah, but Cure Wounds says that I have to touch it. So
Oh, I thought
really
you had
far.
I thought you had healing word prepared, not cure wounds.
No. Wait, do I have healing word? No, it's not prepared.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need like 45 seconds. I'm switching my laundry.
Okay. Well, it'll be your turn whenever you're ready. Not a problem.
Yeah, I figured. I know. So I know what I'm gonna do. Just
No, just take your time. I'm gonna go get some water.
I was gonna do the same.
I'm back. We've got Toll the Dead and Healing Word.
yeah. I think there's something wrong with my healing word. Give me 1 second. Okay, never mind. No, it's right. So yeah. So he needs to make a DC 13 Wisdom save, and he'll take 12 on a failed save.
Isn't Toll the Dead a cantrip?
Yes, it is.
Typically, cantrips don't have half damage on failed saves.
No, but they do. So this is health dependent. So he takes, if he is undamaged, he takes
Oh,
1d8
right.
on a failed,
Yeah, I see.
and on a, yeah, he'll take 12 damage if he is damaged. So
He does fail to save, so he
12
will
damage.
take the 12 damage.
And the healing word does not take into account my life cleric stuff. I will link it for you, but he's actually going to be taking 8.
Okay.
I'm assuming that he is me since I'm the one who's hurt.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
you can
You will
bump
take
yourself up 8.
8 health. In the same way, if you go to your 3 circles for your health, just put +8, and it'll do the calculation for you.
I'm just leaving my character sheet open, so it's like right there.
At higher levels, it's super annoying.
I bet. I'll try to get used to doing it your way then.
Okay, so like as you toll your bell, this thing like it tries to put its tiny arms up to his face and kind of just scream and like shake side to side. After you, it gets a chance to go again. And we'll say that it tries to run away. It's not very fast though, so it kind of makes it to the doorway before, and that's as far as it gets. And it's just
Uh-oh.
like screaming loudly. Athos.
All right. Well, I'll move towards it just to say doesn't matter for the combat, but it might matter later. To there or something, and then shoot it again.
Yep, make an attack roll.
Kill it.
That's the plan.
Kill it. Ooh, nice.
Cool.
Assuming 24 hits 15 damage.
Oh yeah, it's marked. So yeah, you shoot it in the back as it's running away, and it kind of collapses on the ground, and like, yeah, like the screams like slowly like subside as the last air is pushed from its own weight of itself out of its lungs.
It's dead. Yay.
I'm
Nobody
gonna go up.
died.
I'm gonna go up to it and loot it.
Yes. I've got a table here. All right. Besides its blunted sword, it has a magical scroll. That I'm gonna have to figure out some way for you guys to identify these magic items.
Give us a character who can.
Or you could just tell us.
Yeah.
Can we
I
do
mean,
like?
If we
Can we
had
do
anyone with
something
Arcana,
like? Can we do something like when weapons need attunement, where we see it and we look at it
Yeah.
for like a
So
really long time?
for the items that you found before, over the course of your long rest, like you magically inclined people had some chance to think on it, and the scroll that you had before that's in your bag of holding right now,
Yeah, I got it up.
that one was a scroll of revivify. The wand is a rechargeable 1 use per day rope trick.
Rope.
Can you link that rope trick? I've never heard of that.
it's a 1 hour hide in a extraplanar space sort of thing.
Oh, is it only 1 hour?
I was looking at it because I get it for free later.
We'll say that this is like super powered, and it lasts for like 5 or 6 hours, which would be long enough to take a long rest in.
Now I know why it's there.
I do remember us identifying the scroll of Revivify last time. I guess no one wrote it down.
We didn't. He told us, but he metagamed, so we weren't actually supposed to know that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Okay.
So probably for now that'll be your main method of identifying things. We'll say like somebody can concentrate on it over a long rest.
All right. I'm gonna take the scroll of revivify. If anyone's gonna be reviving anybody, it's gonna be me. If I die, you guys can peel it from my dead cold hands and revive me with it.
Well, preferably
What's
before
that?
your hands are cold, because
This is
I don't
true.
think it would work.
If you want to mark the new scroll as from room number 10, so I can look it up correctly in the future.
Okay, done.
And
Is the sword magical at all?
it doesn't have any like runal markings on it or anything, so you don't have any reason to believe it's magical.
Do we want to take this, guys?
We have like a bag of holding and
Yeah.
in it right now. Once we have issues with it, we can toss it.
Okay. I'll keep it then.
Sure, but either way, we need to get moving soon. That was noisy.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't know you guys, but I want to go the other way to where the creature was escaping.
You do find actually roll investigation for the rest of the searching. That stuff was easy to find, but this last thing.
Okay,
might
stand
not
by.
be.
Malcolm?
If anybody is here helping me search the body, maybe I can get advantage, DM. Yeah, I would argue that the
Yes.
group is looting.
So either two people can do it without advantage, or one person can do it with advantage.
Slight metagaming here. On investigation, I have a +6.
I have a -1, so I'll help you.
That works with me.
Yeah, and I will just stay by the door here with my longbow out, ready, kind of covering the other doors in case someone comes through.
Not to metagame, but I'm just totally going to metagame right now. I love it.
So, Leaf, you do find a kind of like as his stomach was like split open by like the last arrow and some of the blows that he got. Shining in it is a small golden coin. It's like a little bit thicker than a gold coin. It's got an eye on one side and a mouth on the other side.
Eye and a mouth.
Is this the part that says spy for Torkul Warp?
That probably
that's
should have
supposed
been a
to be
GM
GM
roll.
Well,
I added it to the bag of holding
Cool.
because why not?
oh, I know what I did wrong. Oh,
You're just assuming that I shared it with you guys.
We're doing group loot, so you have to share it with us. I
Yeah,
might be a
he's right
cleric.
there next to you.
I'm not. I might be a cleric, but I'm.
True.
I will. I have no
Yeah.
reservations about killing my party members for stealing. No problem at all.
I mean, you can stash it on your body, but if you want to put it in the bag of holding, I think I have that right now.
Yeah, you do.
Who does have the bag of holding? Is there any chance?
Aphis.
Yeah, I see
I
it.
tossed it to him to get the
I
painting
remember.
out the one time.
Is it okay if I hold it? Because I'm doing a lot of
Yeah,
the
sure.
editing. All right,
Yeah,
so I'll take
like,
it.
Whatever. I don't.
It
actually
doesn't make too much difference.
Not at all. No.
I will
So now you
probably
have to
say
give it
that was loud enough that I'll make another encounter check.
Fair enough.
I mean, you just did describe as really loud screeching, which
Yes.
probably counts as loud.
So I
Let's
gotta
see.
change pages here. So. This is about to get interesting. So, I'll say 50-50. One, it comes from the south. Two, it comes from the north. 1d3. So 2 is left and 3 is right. So it comes from the top right where, like, you guys, some of you are, like, looting the body already. You hear footsteps, like, coming from maybe around the corner or something. And I'm going to have to be turning a lot of pages, so be patient.
Leaf, you want to move your character towards me? I'm assuming it was you who was helping me.
Yeah. Give me one
Okay.
sec.
I don't have page numbers for this guys written out yet.
We don't have a dwarf in the party, do we?
Nope.
We got a halfling and I think Nyx was a gnome.
Okay.
We have the two other three short people.
Yes.
How did he even say that?
Say it again.
I'm just wondering why what came out of my mouth that previous sentence made sense.
Before we leave, guys, maybe we should investigate the chess pieces. Maybe to, I don't know, see
Well,
if they're
it sounds
magical.
like we're about to get into a fight. So,
Yeah,
That's
maybe
true.
after we survive.
We'll survive. I got you
An
guys.
encounter, probably, certainly.
Yeah, I'll say like some of those of you that are closest to him as you're searching the body, you're kind of distracted, so he kind of like sees you before you're able to see him. This there's not really a token that I can use to show how weird he is, but this is kind of a humanoid. Its head is a replica of the moon. It's got a
course it is.
face on
Okay,
it,
cool.
a little bit more pronounced than like the whole man in the moon face.
So like a full moon, not a crescent moon.
Yes, he is pretty full at this point.
I would like to point out that the body is directly in the doorway, so it's kind of blocking, like
It's only 4 feet long, though. I mean, I'm sure he could like jump over it.
Yeah, so
Sure, but I'm
this
just
this
saying it
new
won't
character is standing here,
right there.
and he's got behind him two more things. It is one of them is like a super steroided kind of bestial thing. It's got massive claws. It's not particularly large, but its muscles are just like rippling all over the place. And there's also like a little zombie hand kind of thing that's like walking on its own fingers by itself. And those are following it behind him. And he like comes up to you and like kind of stops and cocks his head and looks at you guys.
I'm gonna, since I'm in sort of at the doorway, I'm gonna be like, "Hello," and then I'm gonna point to the body. I'm gonna be like, "Friend of yours?"
Nice. Subtle.
I mean, whatever. We killed him, so
As he looks at you, you find you're kind of under the effects of powerful but not particularly dangerous magical effects. There's not really a save for them because of their power, but they're not super like dangerous. So at this current second, you in particular, who is floating on like Balthiel, you find like your feet are planted to the ground, and anyone who is within the light of his like the moon on his head, which I'll say for now is just Leaf and Balthiel, you kind of know within your head that you would be unable to tell a lie.
okay. Does he respond
Yeah,
to my
just
retort?
let me make sure I'm not messing this up quick.
Fucking zone of truth moon over here. Jesus.
Is that what you say in character?
No, not at all.
Please don't.
Let's not piss off the people who I can't move from.
Okay, so out of character, do I know it, like he can't move because of like a psychological thing for him? So if I like dragged him or like pulled him or pushed him or something, he'd move, right?
I don't think you can move
I
either.
think out of character, like he probably would not with this effect.
Okay.
So
Would I know that, or is that something I'd still try?
you might like want to try it. I don't know.
Okay.
While this is
Well,
happening,
I'm
can I
pretty
come
selfish.
closer
I
to the
probably
wall?
won't.
So he looks at the body and looks back to you, and he says, "The Medusa will not be pleased. You've killed
What
her
does that
son."
mean?
Oh my god.
The second that he says that, I do try to grab who is it that's with me?
Balthiel.
Balthiel?
Balthiel.
I do try to grab him by the collar and like jump around the corner. And
So yeah, like it's a lot more firmer than you would expect of him pulling. At first, you think he's like resisting it himself, but then you see like no, you've thrown him off balance, and you kind of have to push him to get him to stand back upright again.
all right, in which case I just let him drop and I go around the corner.
This is a tricky situation indeed. So you did do this, yes? He asked you directly.
Yes, we killed it.
Very, very interesting. You know, if I went and told her, she would be very upset at you.
I want to
yell
come
from around the
closer.
corner. Maybe don't tell her.
Yeah, I'm be like, you don't have to tell her.
It kind of like laughs in like a sing-songy little way that's unnerving. Yes, that would be very unfortunate for you.
What is it that you want?
During this conversation, can I hide since I got out of the line of view?
Because of the situation with like the corner and the body, and he hasn't kind of stepped fully into the room, you can try that.
Cool. I'm gonna roll stealth then. Yeah.
Yes. So he says, "My sons have been stolen from me. I
Go on.
work for the Medusa, but maybe she doesn't have to know this thing. If you can find my sons."
Who are your sons?
Their names are Anole and Anolis.
Do they look like you?
I don't remember. Let me check another page.
Alright, a random guess are gonna have suns on their head instead of moons.
They must have been gone for a long time if you can't remember.
Maybe he's just a bad father.
He's looking for the picture in his wallet, but it's like so covered by all the receipts and other like gambling. Yes.
He's like, oh, I need this. Like, let me keep this receipt, and then he just goes back to it. I mean, if I had a kid, I'd have to fucking tattoo his name on my arm and just look down every time I wanted to say it.
He says their mother was not a Selenian.
I'm gonna say what? Can I roll to see what that is?
Yeah, you can make probably an Arcana check, or a history, your choice.
I don't know shit.
Yeah, this is not something you've heard of, but I mean, you kind of have a guess of what it is.
Yeah, moon people. I'm gonna say, how will we know where to find them?
If you see their heads truly, you will know that they are my children. But they may be wearing
where are they?
hats or masks to disguise themselves. I do not know where they are.
Do you know
If he
who
knew,
took
he would
them?
probably get them himself.
That's true. If they're wearing masks, how can we identify them? We've faced many people in this maze so far.
They're
How can we
probably
tell?
lost and afraid.
Okay. Yeah, your kids are probably dead. No, I'm not going to say that. No.
No, please don't.
I mean,
No.
you had to know the truth, and that was the first thought you had.
No,
Come on,
you
I
don't
think
have
you
to speak, so he wouldn't like accidentally say that.
Where can we take your children once we find them?
One long, lanky arm points off in a direction that is let me pull the ruler. This way. Let's probably a bad color to demonstrate, but mostly north, a little bit east, and he says inside the deepest part of the armory.
The armory, you said?
Almery.
What the fuck is an armory?
Probably where they do alms.
As a cleric, I should probably know that.
Fair chance.
If I do not hear from you within a week, I will inform the Medusa of what happened here.
We could help you if we had better equipment.
Please don't.
You already owe me so much. I do not owe you anything.
It's not a debt, but rather, a way
Can
to
I-
succeed.
Can I just come in and start pulling him away?
Fuck!
What were you saying,
Oh, man.
Ozio?
Worth a shot. Worth a shot.
You know what? I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna start pulling Balthiel away. and
I
stand in
resist.
front of him.
I resist.
Yeah, you find out
No.
his feet are kind of stuck to the ground.
I motion at
And like
If
as you like
that
come up
moves
right behind
perfect
Balthiel, you notice your feet
Oh, no.
kind of become
Oh.
stuck too.
You're in it too, bro. I'm just gonna say, okay, we will try and find your son and daughter, I guess,
His
in a week. Sons. Okay, sons. And I'm gonna be like, okay, bye.
He turns his head, and as his gaze averts from you, your feet are like, you feel the pressure lifted off of them, and he just starts walking
Ian,
north.
this was a random encounter?
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm gonna smack Balthiel on the head and say like, "Hey, maybe next time you stop talking after
Well,
they ask you for stuff."
Well, maybe when I get magical weapons, I won't share them with you. I'm gonna like shove him back.
Come on, man. They probably could have killed us. You couldn't move.
Probably.
When I came closer, I couldn't move.
Probably.
hey, we have a ton of ale in the bag of holding, right? From the
Oh,
town.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It's not in the bag of holding. Me and Gore are holding it.
Well, I don't know how,
What?
how that
No.
worked in combat, but
Oh, okay.
We remember I said that they were in wineskins.
Like wineskins. Sure.
And they didn't take it, so.
Yeah, they didn't take it, so we should probably drink this before it goes flat.
Well, that's what I was
A
gonna
sand.
say. Is like I was gonna like just grab some, like while they're arguing, and like watch them fight.
Do I notice that you just took some of my wineskin?
I can do sleight of hand, and we can find out.
Yeah, I'll roll against it. What do you want me to do? Perception?
Yes, or you can use your passive perception. But
I think he's distracted.
so you definitely
Oh,
notice
fuck.
as he like you feel the weight lifted off of your waist, and you can choose how you want to react.
But I do
Oh.
have it in my hand. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So no matter what he does, I'm gonna keep trying to drink it.
I'm going to just shine a bright ass fucking light in his face, make him cover his face, and I'm gonna take my fucking wineskin back.
Okay.
At this point, as you try to cast a spell, can you?
Just be lucky it wasn't Toll the Dead. Just saying.
Can you roll
Damn.
a wisdom saving throw? Balthiel.
Okay, give me 1 second. 1 second. Oh fuck.
I think that's a no.
That's a
roll
hard
a
no.
concentration check for me, please. Just hit the
Okay.
Constitution save.
That's another no.
As you're trying to cast a light spell, one of your fingers twitches out of your control, and it distracts you enough that the spell fails.
Okay. Why? That's not usual. That's not normal.
What? Wait. Do I notice that his spell failed?
You saw him like say some arcane word or some like divine words and like wave his hands around, but nothing happened, and he looks
So
shockedly at his hands.
I feel like I'm under some sort of like passive debuff right now, where I'm at a disadvantage for casting spells.
Let me try then. I'm gonna cast Druidcraft.
I take a swig of the ale.
All right, you fucking had it coming now.
I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and pull a gust of wind between us to see if it's affecting me as well.
You're lucky I load roll.
Make a
rolled low.
wisdom save yourself as well.
Who, me?
Oh fuck.
Nabaltheo. Or sorry, yeah, Bagor.
Okay. Wisdom save?
Yes.
Are you 12?
You felt an urge while you were casting the spell to move one of your legs, but you resisted it.
Huh. That's not something we expect.
Do you want me to
immediately hand the ale back and say, "Let's get out of this room"?
So are you trying to cast the spell on him as he's trying to drink it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I don't like
I'll
thieves.
have you roll another wisdom save.
You want me to roll a Constitution again?
No.
Who was it who took it? Was it Athos or was it a Leaf?
It was Leaf.
I think it was
Leaf.
me.
Leaf is the one that's already damaged, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Then you take one necrotic damage.
Doesn't it say that the DC on there is?
Oh yeah, he gets to make
Oh
a
yeah,
wisdom
you're right.
save.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Wisdom, yeah.
Right.
Yep. You take one necrotic damage.
So close.
And so I'm going to take my wine skid back and I'm going to glare at him and be like, I don't tolerate thieves.
Well, what's a little ale between party mates?
You
But
can
seriously,
ask,
let's get
but
out
you
of
do
this
not
room.
take. I agree. Let's
We're
also
in the
get out
middle
of
of
this
an argument. Calm
Yeah.
down. Let's go.
room. I guess we're going this way, or did we want to go the other way?
I say we go the way that the thing that didn't keep you floored isn't.
So this way.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go this way.
Better that way. Yeah, let's go. Before we go touch Aethas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna touch him on the top of the head and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 1.
I don't need it. I never got touched.
That
I'm
was
the one who
Leaf.
needs it.
Oh yeah, sorry. To Leaf, the one that was injured. Who was it? Leaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll let that resolve so you can heal 4, but as
Oh,
you guys
I
are
need to
all
do the
walking
wisdom.
across the room, I want every one of you to roll one more wisdom saving throw.
All of us?
Yes.
20.
That was a wisdom check, not a save throw. Do you want me to re-roll it? Or
Yeah,
just
make
keep
a
that?
save, please.
Push the button.
Okay. Leaf.
What's wrong with me, Doc?
Yeah.
You have cerebral meningitis. You have 3 days to live.
Cool. I don't want to be alive anyways.
As you're walking and he casts Cure Wounds on you, like you will say your pinky finger twitches like super hard, back the way you came, but it's just for a second.
Did the spell do it?
Yeah.
Or succeed?
So you kind of don't know, like in your head, if it was a result of the spell or if it was something else.
From the moon guy? Well,
but
can
you
we go
guys-
through this
Maybe.
room?
Well, we've all kind of noticed that something's been up like that, so I'd assume it's right. Like, I don't think that's far fetched for me to do. That's not metagaming, right?
I would argue that it's the moon guy because remember when we fought the snake, we casted spells and we had no problems.
Yeah, I had no issue with a cast produce flame.
Yeah, I was a little distracted at the time.
From almost dying.
It was
Yeah.
almost, yeah, in character it'd be almost dying.
Yeah,
Out
they're
of
probably
character,
still like a little
Yeah.
wet.
Yeah.
Ew, that's right. I forgot that.
Aethas,
Yeah.
do you have a cantrip that you can try? Oh,
Guys,
I
let's
know
get
cantrips.
let's get out of the room first.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just leave this room.
Look at it, just
And
go.
I shake like a dog right next to Balthia.
Oh, thanks. You smell wonderful, by the way.
I want to walk up to Leaf and tell him, like, yeah, that's not really effective. You want to shake from the tail up.
I shake again from the tail up next to Balthia.
Don't make me toll the dead, you motherfucker.
Well, better, but it can still work. Like, maybe next time I can teach you.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, onward we go.
Diva's still in the turn order.
You don't do that.
Okay, cool.
This is probably one of the smaller rooms you've been in so far. Pretty square. You know, if I could draw a square.
Close enough.
But the floor again is
You know that you can do shapes, right? Like,
yeah. Thank you. I just used to the freehand, so because I have to change the colors anyway, so it's probably
oh,
just going to be quicker to shorthand it.
yeah, that's faster.
The ink black marble floor repels. It's just like super dark, very black. It reflects the light off of like the torch. Only one of the walls has a torch, and it reflects it almost perfectly. And across it, kind of like floating across the surface of it, are little green. They're kind of eyeballs. They're like green spheres with black holes in the middle. It looks like an eyeball.
What the fuck?
Made of jade, and they slowly like bounce across like in all kinds of different patterns. There's a whole bunch of them, and they clink when they hit the walls, like they're made of stone.
Isn't there anything cute
in the
this
floor?
dungeon?
Yeah, they're like in the floor. What was your question?
Oh no, that was just me in character saying, "Isn't there anything cute in this dungeon?"
How about a
Go
nice
out on
buddy
a
rabbit?
good
These things are
snow.
pretty big. They're about the size of a dinner plate.
There's only one torch in the room.
Yeah, we'll say there's like a torch on the left center wall, and there's 8 of these jade pupils that are floating around and bouncing off the walls.
I'm gonna ask
No,
them.
Nobody-
shooting it.
Nobody's in yet, right?
Right.
Okay,
After
I'm gonna
shooting
do. Wait! Stop!
All right, Beggar can go first.
I'm gonna turn I wanna light out the torch
Yes.
with Druidcraft to see if anything
Yes.
changes.
I was
And if
just about to suggest that.
Yeah.
nothing happens, I'm gonna turn it on again.
So when the light goes out, uh, the pupils kind of reflect the light from the room behind you and the room on the other side of you, kind of like cat's eyes. So you kind of just get the sense of like glowing things kind of all looking at you, and it's really spooky.
Looking specifically at me.
Not necessarily, but like they definitely kind of start to tilt towards you as they
Uh-oh.
get closer to your side of the room.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on that light again. I'm gonna light it up with Druidcraft again. I'm not gonna make produce flame.
Okay.
Do they stop walking towards me, or do they still?
Now they're still bouncing along it.
All right, maybe that was a bad idea.
Well, we always have
Worth
the
a
option
shot.
of backing out and going to a different room.
Yeah. Can I shoot it now?
So what did you want to do?
Just take out my longbow and shoot it. But now I'm asking the
Yeah,
people
no.
around
Oh,
me,
yeah.
since they like kind of like grabbed onto me to stop me from doing it in the first place.
Yeah, no, I already did what I wanted. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I imagine you're just gonna end up shooting stone, but go ahead.
When I want to talk to people, I get smacked in the head. But when he wants to shoot magical stones, no one cares.
We have the option of going 5 feet backwards.
If we die, I blame you.
You definitely hit one of them, and because of like the mass difference between these things and the arrow, it doesn't like deviate far from its path, but it kind of does a little spin and it keeps kind of going in mostly the same direction. You did like change its direction a little bit.
But there's like no major reaction.
No.
They don't
I
speed
go
up or slow
to
down.
very slowly and stealthily retrieve my arrow.
You go into the room. We'll say it was. Did you shoot at something close to you or something far to you?
Whichever one was nearest me.
So we'll say your arrow like bounced like over here, and as it sat on the surface of this black floor, before your eyes, it kind of slowly started sinking in.
I go faster to pick up the arrow.
With the arrow sinking on the floor?
Your feet kind of it's kind of like the floor is sticky, and like you are able to push off of it and keep moving. But the eyes close to you start looking at you deeper, and I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
I've been shit for wisdom.
Dice are just RPing.
You find yourself mid-stride, completely motionless. Like, since you were kind of running, like, not even, it's not, your feet aren't really even touching the floor. But you're like frozen in place in air right now. And
Is he thinking?
eyes underneath you stopped moving and are looking at you, like 2 or 3 of them.
Well, fuck.
All right. Okay, who's gonna hide? Well,
I'm gonna get my rope out and I'm gonna fashion a lasso, and with somebody's help, I'm gonna try and like swing it at him to rope him and pull him back.
what do you need? Dex or strength?
That's up to the DM.
Probably dex to land the rope and strength to pull out.
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, because I can help pulling.
So is someone gonna help me tie the noose?
We'll say like between all of you guys, you don't have a problem finding some kind of noose situation.
Presumably between a druid and a ranger, you have people using that hind knots.
Yeah, that's not really a problem, though it does take time.
All right.
Okay. Once we get it, what would you like us to do?
We'll say whoever's throwing it will make a. You can make an acrobatics check. Whoever's throwing it, and then like 2 people can make a strength
So
check.
I'm going 2 people. Okay, I'm gonna look around and be like, who's the most talented with their hands?
Probably me.
Yeah, I point at Aethas.
That I'm going to hand you the rope, and I'm going to sort of bow and extend my hand and be like, "It's all you, bro."
Yeah, I'll try and toss the rope
Okay.
too.
Make an acrobatics check. And as this is going on, like a couple more of the jade eyes that are bouncing that get close enough to leave end up stopping in place and looking at him as well. So now there's like about 5 of the 8 all generally underneath him staring at him.
Do we see anything happening to him? Like is he
No, he
changing or
just
he's
seems
just
to be
stuck?
standing still.
Okay. He's not sinking?
No, he's not sinking. He's like part of his foot is just barely touching it, and you can see it's like partially in, but he hasn't moved at all.
Okay.
Sorry, I dropped out. What'd I miss?
Not much. Just
Leaf
confirming that
is not
he's not
moving.
moving, and more of
Not
the
sinking.
orbs are gathering under him as they get close enough to look at him.
Are we? Did we get it around him? Did
Yes,
somebody throw it?
You managed
Yeah.
to like
20.
get it through like his back arm and over his neck, so it tightens up nicely like under his arm.
I'll hand the rope back and it's like, now feel free
Okay,
to heave.
so
Bagar, how strong are you? Are you a strong man? Don't tell me the number. Just RPO.
yeah, I got a good arm.
Yeah, you can see he's pretty muscly.
All right, so I guess we'll both just. Do you want us to roll a strength?
You can either roll individually, or one of you can roll with advantage. It'd be athletics.
I'll roll. Can I? Do you mind if I do it, Bagar? Like, I'm just gonna be like, I got this, orc.
Yeah, go for it.
And you can help along grabbing the other end.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, it is difficult to get him started moving. But eventually, like, you pull him a couple inches, and one of the eyes that's on the furthest end that can no longer get within range of him starts moving across the floor back in its like bouncy pattern. And you slowly kind of like roll him until like you pull him off of like the congregation of eyes, and then he starts falling into the blackness.
Oh.
And you're close enough to the door that like, and you're freaked out enough that you kind of just push yourself off of it, and you can feel that it is a liquid, because now like you fall like hands first into it, is a liquid, but it's kind of wants to stay enough together that you can push yourself off of it and like rip your hands back out of it and jump into
Like
the
a
doorway.
syrup, kind of?
Yeah, it's like syrupy, goopy. But you guys are all back together.
Guys,
Right,
it's
I
like
bet we don't go
syrup.
that way.
Well,
Is it
yeah,
poisonous?
maybe we need something specific to go through.
Can I do an investigation on it to see, or would it be investigation? I guess it'd be medicine to see if it's poisonous, yeah?
Sure. It repelled off your skin pretty easily. It didn't look like it got absorbed. It is very dark, very black. But so you don't think that it'd be healthy. And probably good amounts of it would probably end up killing somebody, but like not a small amount if ingested.
All right, so like if I drink it and or laced my blade with it, it wouldn't do much.
Yeah, if you like intentionally drank, you would say like if you intentionally drank like a cup of it, you probably get very very ill. But if you were to coat your weapons, it'd run off pretty easily, and probably that much getting into the bloodstream wouldn't do much.
I'm gonna actually pull out my wineskin and I'm gonna fill one of my empty wineskins with this liquid.
Okay. If
Do
you
you
want to
have
mark that
any?
down,
Do you have any empty wineskins?
Yeah, because some asshole drank some of it.
It wouldn't be empty. It would only be like a
We did.
gold.
Remember, we had a
yeah,
bunch,
you
and
splashed a bunch on
we
each other.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
If you want to mark
Well,
that down for my reference, put liquid from room 11.
Okay, thank you.
While he's doing that, while he's filling the wineskin, can I go ahead and check? That was Aethas, right? Can I check Aethas to see if he's got any lingering effect or something like that?
That was Leaf
Okay.
again.
It was me.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it
was
was me?
Leaf, but I would say you don't have to roll for it. He seems to be back fine, even though he may like it's up to him, but maybe he's a little shaken.
No, that
Do
was
I know what
interesting.
caused it? Like, can I get like a sense of if it was magic that caused it,
Yeah.
or the
Common
liquid?
effect.
It was probably a magical effect, since nothing like really touched him besides the black liquid. It didn't seem to have any effects as it was like coming off of him as he came out of the room. It was probably some magical effect from the eyes.
I see. Uh,
If we could capture those eyes, that'd be very useful.
what if no? But you said they were like cat eyes when I
They
light
just like
off.
weirdly reflected the light.
Yeah, it's kind of like because of the way the eyes are, they can see in the dark. Is
So
what's implied.
it was just like a way to say that, like, if they were kind of just like a painted black hole on a green thing, like it wouldn't reflect the light that way. But there's something else there.
Hmm. Liv, you up for a test?
Am I up for a test? What test?
I'm gonna interrupt us and just say no. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Come
What
on, it'll
test?
be
What
fun.
test? Oh, okay.
I have to heal you, and I'm not going to if you guys do some dumb shit.
Hey,
Let's
it's
hear
an
it
idea.
out first.
What if we tie the rope around Leaf? I turn off the light. He walks in again. If he's frozen, we pull him out. No harm. If not, he makes it to the other side and we can go.
All right.
I grudgingly agree to this.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stealth but stay above the syrupy thing because I do want to try to catch one of the eyes before they see me.
So who's doing what first?
Well, first put a rope around me. Is it still around me?
Yeah,
That would
we
be-
say
yeah.
you can now secure it better around yourself.
Yeah.
So do you want to like run out there? What's your plan, Leaf?
How slow do I sink?
You can't really like pause for a second. You have to keep moving.
If I roll high enough on stealth, would that kind of balance out? Like,
I would say
it
you would have
comes
disadvantage on
slower.
stealth because of how fast you have to move.
All right. Well, it doesn't hurt to try.
But, oh well, depends on how much they see. Because if I turn off the light, will that still be disadvantage?
Actually, it might be better if I'm the one who goes across. Because
You sure?
if they rely on vision, then there's a chance, if it's dark, that they have less chance of noticing me.
Yeah, in
What?
character you see like the shadows kind of have a weird way of playing with with access.
Huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I kind of blend into the
Okay.
shadows without even trying,
I
basically.
just wanted to send leave because it will help,
I'm
but if you wanna
jealous.
go,
Not particularly, but it's probably a slightly better idea.
sure, let's do it.
Bring me back an eye, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna worry more about getting across in the first place.
Okay, so
Okay.
you managed to shut the torch off with the druid craft,
Yeah.
and you fix the rope to Athos.
And I'm holding the other end just in case we have to pull him out.
And you can make a stealth check, Athos.
All right.
You kind of manage to like curve around. You can see the direction that the eyeballs are bouncing towards. Since they don't really veer, they kind of just bounce in straight lines. You kind of pick a path and quickly push yourself off of the sticky liquid, and you manage to make it all the way across into the room. And the
All
rope,
right.
you guys kind of hold it a little bit taut, but you now have a rope between you across the room.
Okay. So who's next?
What's the wall? What are the walls here like?
The room on the other side is pretty plain. There's like a pedestal in the center of it and a silver tray and a wineskin just sitting on the silver tray. And otherwise it's kind of just a smallish room.
All right. I just think because I took the Dungeoneers pack, which have pythons in them, which are basically things to go in stone to hold things. So I
Yeah,
was thinking
these
that.
walls are that's on a different page. Yeah, these walls are kind of just made of stone, different sizes, but there are some cracks and like crevices between the stones that you could probably pound a python into, though it makes some noise.
All right. I don't really have excess cloth to dampen it with, sadly. Extra bit of rope over it when I hit it, which might help. So I'll try to anchor one in there.
Okay,
Hitting it
I'll
on
let you make a stealth check to try to keep it quiet.
All right.
Yeah, you find like a hole that's already pretty big, like just the right size, and you kind of just push it in and give it like a few gentle taps with a rope between the metal so that you don't make like, I assume like you have a hammer or like the hilt of your sword or
Yeah,
something,
it
so you
came
don't
with the
make
hammer.
metal on metal contact, and it seems to keep it pretty quiet.
Right, and then I'll secure the rope to that. I'll keep it also tied around myself for now, but on other side of it being tied,
Okay.
wrapped around the python.
All right, so
Uh,
like you guys see Aziz kind of lean out of view or step out of view for a bit, and then he comes back.
okay. I'm going next because if some of us get stuck, we're gonna need someone to pull. So I'm gonna try to cross now. Do I roll for stealth or do I just go?
That's up to you. I would say it's his like trait features that let him not roll stealth with disadvantage. So you can try to move quickly and make an acrobatics check, or you can make a stealth check with disadvantage. I think
Uh,
because like now seeing the way he was dodging the eyeballs, kind of makes sense.
no, I'm gonna go with acrobatics.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me pull this. Okay. 14.
You kind of stay. Do you tie the rope to you, or you just try to hold on to it?
No, I just hold on to it.
Okay. Um, since you do like kind of like at some points you kind of have to like hop under the rope to try to get it out of the way of the eyes, and at one point you almost lose your balance, but you keep going and you eventually make it across.
Yay! So who's next?
I'll go next, I guess. It would be disadvantage to try to catch one of the eyes, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll do that.
All right.
And you said to choose between stealth or acrobatics?
Yes. Oh, nice.
16.
You try to keep low, because the eyes, when they're not close to anybody, aim straight up. So you try to keep low, and the way that you're used to in order to avoid detection. And it kind of just comes naturally. You make your way. You try to keep one hand on the rope, but you just lean out of the way and reach your hand under one of the eyeballs and lift it up as you walk across the room. You kind of just tuck it under your arm and you keep going since you can't stop. But as you make it to the other side, you look at it and it just seems to be a jade sphere. You don't see any hint of like an eyeball anymore.
Hey, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna hold it out into the other room, the eye part, or like trying to get the eye part facing away from me, but to see if it changes.
It does not change. We're just holding it into the other room.
Huh.
Okay.
There we go. We're only missing one.
Yeah, I guess it's my turn. What do you want me to roll? Either stealth disadvantage or acrobatics?
Yes.
Make sure to tie the rope around you before you go.
I will
Yeah.
tie the rope around me. I'm gonna like do it and then mutter a curse as I go across.
It's probably been under an hour, so you might still have Cat's Grace on you. I don't think
forgot.
he's cast another concentration check.
No. No, I haven't.
He did. Didn't he fail a constitution check earlier?
No, he
No.
did not.
Okay.
No, that was you.
You just want to roll with advantage then?
You can just roll one more time. Without. There you go. So it is a little bit more difficult for you, and you actually do stumble and like your hands touch the liquid, but it wasn't near one of the eyeballs, so you push yourself back up and keep going.
Okay.
And with them pulling on the rope, they help you back up and across.
Okay.
So you guys are all in this room. It's pretty small. Scroll over to the pages.
DM, are you doing experience or are you doing milestone?
A little bit more milestone. Oh, and it is time as well, so we can stop here.
Oh.
Before we go, do you want to put that eye in the bag of holding?
I
Or do
was
you want to
just
keep
about to say. Well, I think
you.
we'll put it in the bag of holding for now because I don't have a use for it, but I do want to keep taking it out and tinkering with it, so.
You just want me to mark it as stone eye for room 11?
You can mark it as jade pupil. And yeah, room 11, so I know the price of it just in case.
It can be sold.
Okay.
It's a beautiful jade rock that's spherical.
It's worth a lot of money.
But here's the
How
question.
large is it?
If it were like the cross section is about the size of a dinner plate, so it like takes 2 hands to hold it up properly.
Is it a curious bauble?
Ooh.
That would probably be
yeah.
up to the interpreter.
Excuse me, I'm the one who got it. I decided how we use it, and I want to keep fiddling with it to see if we can use it as a weapon.
I agree. No, I agree. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can charm him if we need to.
precious.
DM, just for the map I'm making before we leave, how many exits are out of this room?
I will draw it.
Alright.
It's small, a little bit wide. You came in from here. This is weird. I'll explain this in a second. So these 2 doorways on this side both appear to go to the same room, but there's just 2 doorways. And like an archway in the middle. This goes to a hallway into a massive room. This is where you came from. And this is kind of a hallway with a bunch of interconnecting rooms that you can kind of see, like several walls and just a whole bunch going on.
Alright. Just so I don't leave something on the map that looks like a dead end that isn't.
Right.
Okay.
Any questions? Comments?
No, I just want to come
Nope.
close to Balthiel and tell him, like, see, that wasn't so scary. Pat him on the back.
No, it wasn't. As I'm like shaking.
Yeah.
Like some
I
drips from your metal shoes or whatever.
Having flashbacks.
I scratch Beggar under his chin, telling him he's a good boy.
Oh no.
Oh, that's weird. That's super
I
weird.
check my leg. Yay.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well thanks you guys.
All
You guys have a nice night.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys. See you later.
See ya.